the skin on my hand and put it up next to my mouth. Now you can imagine, we're in like a hospital. I don't want to touch that phone in the hospital and put it up on my lips. I don't want to. And so I stand there and I'm like, hey man, it's me. He's like, I'm like, bitch, you know you can hear me. I can hear you. You're mouthing. He's like, I don't want to touch the phone. Then he actually talks. He talks through the glass and he says, like, so why won't you pick up the phone? I'm like, you know that phone has streptococca gonna kill you on it. I don't want to touch it. He's like, we have procedures here and I am not letting you in unless you talk to me on the phone. I'm like, sure. Boom! Let me in now. Kicked it off the hook, let him, so he opens it up. He's like, would you please pick it up? I'm like, no. So I don't want to touch the phone. So this continues for a while, and I suppose I shouldn't have been so worried about the germs on the phone, but you're around a lot of sick people. And it can't, you just figure out like how they get, oh God, So it's just too much, it's too much. And so one night, and you can't sleep at the thing, so you're always up at every weird hour that there is, you're just wandering around half naked. I want to go get some ice. I'll make the ice machine make noise. Yeah, that was good, all right. And so then I wander back, and it's like 3:30 in the morning, and the place is this lobby is completely empty, there's nothing there. But here's this guard who almost makes me touch the goddamn phone, And he's doing some kind of paperwork or something, and I just stand there at the window. Like that girl in the rain, or The Grudge, those Japanese anime girls with the big, long, scary hair and everything. And the way they don't move. And it's like 3:30 in the morning, so it's real meditative to me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm getting the hell into this. I'm like, oh, hell yeah. I'm just going to breathe until he opens the door. I'm standing there. To be honest, I do not expect what happened to actually happen, but because I was just standing there, I just became part of his environment, and only slowly, I guess out of the corner of his eye, finally he goes, "Ah!" Papers are flying everywhere. And he opens the door for once without me having to touch the phone. So that he can yell at me, "You meant to do that." Oh, I wish I meant to do that, frankly. So, hey, are we all ready for Christmas? All right, well, Christmas time makes me particularly, neurotic. Even more neurotic than usual. So, I don't know what to get my kid. Last year, my wife, she sends me to a therapist, and the therapist is like, just listen, you can't control it. You can't control all these reactions. You didn't cause this, you're not guilty for this. It's not your fault. Just don't have any shame around this. And just, I'm like, okay. She's bringing me down, calming me down and everything. And I go back. I got a lot of good self-talk. You ever gone and got all the good self-talk? I go, okay, good, no shame. No shame. It's all going to work out. And I go home, and Corey says to me, my wife, she says, okay, listen, the family's coming in. We got Franz, he's a brother-in-law of hers, coming in from Germany, and Sandpete Dan, I swear. Dan from Sandpete, who's like this huge red, white, and blue supporter of the U.S., and Franz coming in, who hates the U.S. And she's like, and you gotta go to PDX to pick them up. They're both arriving on separate flights on the same day, so you gotta get them. Like, no shame, I can do this. It's not my fault, I didn't cause it, okay. So I go up there, I get him on the freeway. The first thing Franz notices is a 55-mile-an-hour sign. He goes, oh my God. You Americans and your speed limits. Oh, you're gonna get a boo-boo from the 55 miles an hour. No shame. Don't fight. He goes, Do you want to know what the speed limit is in the Autobahn in Germany? Like we don't know. There is no speed limit. Oh, wait, he says. There is a speed limit. The speed limit is when you're going so fast you piss your pants. That's the speed limit. My speed limit, he says, is 132 miles per hour. Please notice that I have translated into miles per hour because you stupid Americans are too stupid to learn the metric system. It is zeros. You move the decimal point. So Dan is in the back seat, and I'm sure he's been trying to maintain. He's like, "Did you say the metric system?"
Oh no.
Ain't that from France? We don't do France here. We don't do it. You know, the only good thing ever to come out of France is those French fries. I love those French fries. Oh, please, says Franz, don't get me started on your horrible Mexican food. I'm like, no shame, I didn't cause it, I can't stop it, they're gonna fight. It's gonna be a fight, no shame. And so Franz says, do you know what your American food makes me want? It makes my stomach want to leap out of my mouth, land on the ground, sprout legs, waddle over to one of your great big American police cars, hop up onto the hood and take a dump. That is the way I feel about your American food. And Dan says, sure, come on. There must be something about the United States. You ever been to the Grand Canyon? You gotta like the Grand Canyon. Oh my God, you Americans in your Grand Canyon. How fitting is it that you should just be so proud of that there's nothing. There's nothing there. It's empty, it's space, and there's a line in the middle. Down below. It's okay, I will give you the Grand Canyon. Okay, it is okay, but on the way to the Grand Canyon, you know, I found something so good in Phoenix. No shame. No shame. What? I said, I'm like, what did you find that was better than the Grand Canyon in Phoenix? Really, what? Oh my God, the Super Target. Do you see this leather jacket? In Berlin, $650 at the Super Target, $225. I love that. Dan leans forward and he's like, can we just play rock, paper, scissors? And whoever loses just has to shut up because I don't want to talk to you anymore. And Franz says, oh, you Americans and your rock, paper, scissors. Could somebody please explain to me why it is that paper beats rock? And Dan actually feels like he's got one. He's finally got one. You know, he's going to win this round. And he says, everybody knows that paper suffocates rock. And Franz turns to him and he says, a rock does not have any lungs. Rocks don't breathe. It doesn't. Do you know what we play in Germany, he says? We don't play rock, paper, scissors. We play hammer, knife, hand grenade. That is what we play. No shame. No shame. Don't fight. Don't fight. Get them home. Don't fight. How do you play? I had to ask, you know. Here's the thing. When we play hammer, knife, hand grenade, the hammer is real. The knife is real. And the hand grenade is real. And when somebody pulls out the hand grenade, everybody runs! Thank you very much.